pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Davis. Here. Parker. Here. Stoops.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Lucasar. Here. Lucasardi.
Wow. Non-agenda items for the sidelines. I have none. Comments from city administration. None. You got nothing? Chief? Chief? Assessor?
Yes,
What do you have to say?
thank you. I'd like to inform the City Council that as a part of the monies that I've set aside annually in my budget for contract labor, I am going to use that to pay for an assessing assistant. I'm going to have, actually, Donna is going to fulfill that role because it's mutually beneficial for both of us. One, it'll help for the more timely processing of changes, name changes that affect the tax rolls as well as the assessment rolls. And she has access to the system in running reports. Part of what we do together is to balance both with the county equalization departments and the county treasurer. So it helps me a little bit because I'm not out here as often as somebody that's here full time, and that she would be able to do that on her time and out of that expense. So I'm going to have that beginning on Monday as a part of the proration in terms of the payment. I allocate $2,000 a year. I'll work that out with her, but I wanted to let the City Council know that I'm going to use those funds for that purpose. Another reason that I'm choosing that it'll be Donna on her time is that there are security issues in terms of who has access to the database. You know, she currently has that access because she's the administrator for taxation purposes. So if there's no problem with that, that's how I'll plan on proceeding.
Anybody have any questions for him on that? Nope, no questions. Sounds good. You and Donna work it out. You know, it's already set aside for contract labor, like I told you.
Yeah.
So who you decide to contract is really your choice.
Well, I do, respectfully, I need to make sure that I approach the City Council on that because it is your network.
Right.
And I do need to at least have your understanding of what I'm doing.
All right. Anything else?
Not at all, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Board of Review's coming up?
Yes, thank you. Board of Review will be meeting Monday, Tuesday, and Friday of this next week.
Everybody should have gotten their assessments.
Assessment
this
notices
past week.
Went out this past week, yeah. Everybody should have them. We did. I'll report back to the City Council probably in about 2 meetings here.
Okay.
As far as the outcome of that and what it'll mean towards our budget.
And to sign up for the Board of Review, people just call into the office.
You can call in and make appointments through the offices, and we'll make sure that we accommodate everybody.
All right.
One more thing that I do want to let people know. This year with personal property, the governor passed a bill that went through that allows for personal property under $80,000 to be exempt. The legislature incorporated in that bill that the form had to be filed by February 10th. Now that date is very different because personal property statutorily has to be filed by February 20th. And it's always been that in my 28 years of doing this. So they set a limit of February 10th to be turned in timely, but that doesn't mean that we can't allow them to continue to turn that in. And we'll submit that to the Board of Review if we believe that they qualify or would have qualified had they timely
Now
filed.
that 80,000, is that?
That's depreciated
assessed
true
value?
cash value.
True cash value. Okay.
So it would be up to a $40,000 exemption.
So I should put wheels on my house.
We could.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mine.
Bart, do you have anything?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Adoption or amendment of the agenda?
There'd be one change
There we go.
under new business, number 1, just draw a line through that, we're gonna take that off, that'll come back and put some other, maybe the next council meeting. No further changes, I make a motion to adopt the agenda as amended.
Support. Parker,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukastabio,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
All right, hopefully you've all had a chance to go over the regular meeting minutes of February 18th and the special meeting minutes of February 25th, 2014. If there's no changes, I'd entertain a motion to accept those.
I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented for both meetings.
Support.
Stoops,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukastabio,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes. All right, presentation and approval of February receipts report for $209,000, $238.93. February disbursements report for $336,024.43, and electronic wire transfers for $6,682.74. There's no questions, I entertain a motion to accept those and pay the bills.
Make the motion.
Support.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukastabio,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Stoops.
Yes.
Can I get a motion to accept communications?
Make that motion.
I'll make that motion.
You made a
Or
motion.
support.
Yeah, okay.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukastabio,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Weaver.
Yes. All right, on communications from Memphis Lion Club. Mayor and Memphis council members, Memphis Lion Club is requesting approval of their annual white cane sale on M19 in Boardman for the following dates. Friday, April 25th, 2014 from 8 to 4 p.m., 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, April 26th, 2014 from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's supposed to snow about 20 inches that day, those 2 days.
All right, we'll be out there.
Yeah, okay.
They break the record.
In April, yeah.
And you think those piles of snow will be gone from mountains by that time?
No.
Don't wear white.
I'll make a motion, we approve the Lions Club for the White Cane sale and the dates as stated.
Support.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Sukastabio,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Right, unfinished business, there was none, new business, fire department, America's Farmers Grow Communities. We had told you, you told us about this grant from, I think, 2 meetings ago or something like that. This is just the letter of them giving us the grant, a copy of the check. It is no good, I did try to cash it earlier today. The copy you have in your packet is no good.
Yeah, I tried to.
Well, it says void, right?
know. So, they are actually coming here Friday
To present
to present the check and take some pictures and stuff like that.
What is gonna be used for, Jim?
So we're gonna replace some of our training equipment that we have currently in our training room. As far as we have a projector now that's roughly about 10 years old. So we're gonna update some of the training equipment, and then we're also gonna host a farm rescue class with some of the money as well.
Okay.
I'll have the stuff for next council meeting as to what we're gonna use the money on.
All right, we don't have to do anything on that, it's just an informational thing, I believe. Or do we have to accept the grant?
We have to accept the grant, correct?
Okay.
And then next
We
month
usually
we'll.
do.
Can I get a motion to accept the grant for
I'll make-
$2,500?
I'll make a motion to accept the grant.
How much was it for?
2,500.
Thank you.
Sukastabio,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar.
Yes.
Well, I guess the next thing is very similar. It's a donation from Blue Water Gas. The invoice from Apollo for the 10 5-gallon pails of knockdown Class A foam for $1,320, and they're paying this $1,320.
Correct. We lost a valve in one of our trucks that holds the foam in the tank, and so we basically had to replace this foam that was in that tank after that valve
just
broke on us. Right. So I contacted Blue Water Gas to see if they could help us out a little bit with the purchase of that foam, and they
More than
paid in
happy
full.
to.
So
Okay, so we have to accept that.
Correct.
grant as well. Can I get a motion to accept the grant for $13.20 from Blue Water Gas to pay for the foam?
I'll make that motion.
Support. That automatically pays for it then too, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Stukas W.
Yes.
All right, next is Police Department invoice from St. Clair County. This is for our Talon annual maintenance support and whatever authentication support is. We have this every year. This is just a standard bill that she has. Needs to be paid March 22nd, so we got a month. I just need a motion to pay this $394.68 to St. Clair County.
I'll make a motion, we, police department pay this, invoice for $394.68.
Support.
Parker,
Yes.
Stoops,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Sukasar,
Yes.
Stukas W,
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
All right, next is Police Department. The transmission had gone out on the old Ford, and we had in a department head meeting, as well as a meeting with Larry and I afterward, and the police committee, I think, all told the chief to go ahead and get quotes on new cars. So there's a couple quotes here. The one from Slingerland Chrysler Jeep for $31,900.
Actually, it's only one quote.
Oh,
The second page that shows what we paid for the
Oh,
2013
213,
Charger
and this is a 2014.
14.
Wow, they went up
The
10.
22
Went
up $1,000.
Could I ask the 22,430, what was that? Is that,
22,430 is for the car.
yeah,
The sticker price is 31,970. So we're
okay,
getting-
so it's.
So we're still getting this special bid handling,
Yes.
special equipment
Right.
package minus $6,000 and
Yes,
all that other
that's,
stuff.
that's what the 22,000 comes from.
Okay, so what we're paying is the 22,430. Yes,
Okay. So that's not, actually, that's not bad. It's real close.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now, the quotes that you have here, is that the cost of the transmission? You have two quotes to that? Is that
Yes,
what they're talking about here?
I did have a phone call with Frank Davis about the other car,
Mhm.
and he had told me to get some quotes to replace the trans.
Is that, the car in the condition that it is now, is it saleable at all, at any price?
With the bad transmission?
Yeah.
yeah, not for much.
For maybe under 1,000.
Yeah.
And
Well,
we
you can
would
scrap it
have
for
to-
400.
We would have to pay somebody to take out all the police equipment that's inside it also. I did have another thought that I did talk with Frank about, as well as the school. If we were able to find a used or to rebuild the current transmission, the school is willing to donate stickers to put the Rumblebee on the side and make that the school resource car. Park it out in front of the school so it's visible, rather than in the back of the school where he normally parks, because he has been driving the sport track. So they would be willing to donate, so we could kind of change the graphics around for the school.
That'd be cool.
But again, it's,
Do you know if the RISA program does automotive? Because
They don't anymore. I think they stopped.
they don't, okay, I just
I know they
wondered,
used to. I
because that
think
might
they
be a
stopped.
place.
They used to have automotive there?
that
I don't know if they do trans, but they have the
Yeah.
motor class.
Yeah.
They did have body shop.
The body shop, they have, I think they still have the motor class, too.
Oh,
Motor
okay.
class, I don't know if they have the
They
trans.
don't do it mechanical, they do.
The problem is, once like a transmission goes, you never know, the engine might be next, and, I mean, once stuff starts really breaking.
Well,
I had the same problem on my sport track. The transmission went out, I replaced it, but it was four-wheel drive, then the transfer case went out right
Well,
after.
we've already spent quite a bit of money this year, this fiscal year,
Fiscal year.
on this.
Yeah. How much do we have in,
We have
replacement?
we have enough to buy this.
equipment replacement,
So I think it's 23 something, isn't it?
we have 23,678, but we also
Salvage.
have, Can't find it
I
now.
think we had
15, so-
I think we have 15,000 in salaries, but
Okay.
we could take this out of the equipment replacement. since-
843.
Well, we can take the rest out, I mean, whatever salvage
Yeah,
has,
could
and then
go
we take
either
the
way.
rest out of equipment replacement, and we
What
might
would
as well
you-
use that salvage money. when
Yeah,
we
what
can.
would you prefer? Take
Half and half?
Take part of it out of salvage and the other part out of the, if we okay the purchase of that.
I would probably say at least take half from salvage,
And
just in
then take the
case.
balance out of the,
Because there is gonna be some equipment that we can't
yeah.
transfer from the Ford into the Dodge because of the size, just like the last car we bought. So we will have to buy a new cage.
And that all came out of salvage last time, so, I mean, all the parts and the installation of the lights and everything else usually comes out of salvage, so.
So that, and that would be, any idea what that would be, or that? is-
Probably around $4,000, right? Wasn't that what it was last time, about that?
I think it was closer to 6,
Was it?
but I can pull the old invoices,
Well, it's gonna be whatever it is this time, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I know that the cage itself was pretty expensive.
okay.
That we also have to go pick up because it's a $200 freight charge and they're only in like Canton.
Okay.
It's not worth it to ship it.
Okay.
What would you do with the Ford?
Well, they were just talking about
Yeah.
with the school. I think that's a great idea with the school. I mean, he's driving that.
And unmarked,
Yeah.
right, nobody knows he's there unless they see him.
And then having it school labeled, I mean, I've
Plus-
seen how Armada has their cars, and it's kinda cool that they work so closely with the school, have the ball prints and everything, so.
And there would still be some lights within the car. So, you know, he can still respond to emergencies if need be.
Right.
What about the graphics that we just put on in the summer? Would that stay on?
Yes.
So I mean, I don't know. how
He's
much
gonna
that
add the
costs.
school graphics to it.
Yeah.
Well, who would fix the transmission?
Well, we got a quote
Yeah,
right
we've
here.
got
We got a
one
quote
quote
here,
here from
1,600.
Shepherd's.
We'd have to fix
I
it
could,
for
I could
them?
probably,
Is what
if you tried Frank's
I'm getting is
transmission.
that we'd have to fix it and then give it
No,
to them?
that's,
Right, well,
Jason suggested.
Yeah, Frank's transmission does a good job, and they're
School
reasonable.
And there's warranties.
Oh, so then we'll have 4 police cars.
Yeah.
One designated just to that
Right, right.
liaison.
But you'd have to pay
It
insurance
just
on
sits
that
usually.
too.
Well, no, actually, the way we play the fleet insurance, it's not gonna change anything.
Oh, it doesn't change the
No,
price of it?
No, I think we have a room for 3 more vehicles or 4 more
Oh.
vehicles. You buy blocks of vehicles,
Oh, okay.
so we haven't filled it up yet. So,
Will maybe return next meeting with more quotes?
I don't know, I mean, I think she should buy the new car, honestly.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, if that's, we might as well start moving forward with it, because it's gonna take a couple months to get the car anyway, it usually does.
60 to 120 day.
Yeah, so, I mean, we might as well vote on it if nobody has
How
any
much is in
questions.
salvage?
Around 15,000.
15, and I think there's
So
23.
you wanna use
Page
7,500 of that?
There's 23 and.
About half and half, take half and half. There's 23 in equipment replacement and 15 in salvage. If we take half of the 21, or 22,
11,000.
yeah, it takes about 11,000 out of each of them. And then use salvage just to put all the lights and everything
Okay.
else on it.
At 15, you
I think
have-
that's,
You wouldn't
You won't have
nothing
6,000.
solid.
She's gonna build it up, it'll be built up a little more before you get the car. So, I mean, you've got 3 months to add to it. Yeah, so,
take 11 out of salvage and the other 11 out of equipment replacement.
yeah,
That's-
11,215 out of both.
11,215
Right,
out of
right,
each.
215.
Can I get a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
Support.
Stoops,
Yes.
Weaver,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Lukasar,
Yes.
Lucas W,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes. Next is police department.
Are you good?
Now, do we wanna,
You
we
wanna
wanna
get more quotes on
work
this?
on this?
Yeah, we need to get Frank's Transmission to give us a quote on this. We don't
Probably
want
find a
to
couple other places. we can
yeah, a
get
couple
some
other places,
transmissions.
get some quotes on the transmission and bring it back to the next meeting.
Right.
Was it safe to, I gotta say, have the car towed back here?
Where's it at?
Shepherd's?
Oh, you got it down there?
Yeah. I just wanted to verify that it actually was the transmission and it wasn't.
Solenoid.
Right. So they towed it down there, verified that it was, and I said just leave it there for now until.
I think
We're
you
We're gonna get the other quotes, and if it's Frank's is the best, we can just make a short trip. and
Yeah.
Short trip, yeah.
I mean.
Actually, you know,
we're-
somebody else, I don't know if he does transmissions, but you might ought to have Bruce Christie, who's to be here in town, take a look at it. And, at least give you a quote. Okay. All right. Moving on. Police Department, sign on Main Street.
Yes, we've actually had several complaints, also including from the fire department about the parking on Main Street. Specifically in front of the Donut Girls, they're parking
That corner.
in that corner, too close to the actual intersection on Potter. And it's an obstruction for the fire trucks, let alone any vehicle to get out.
It is a problem. I saw a car parked like at the corner, half hanging into Potter Street.
This morning?
No, it was
Oh,
just
I
the other
thought-
day. It was a big truck, and I was like, I can't believe they parked there like that.
I've seen that 2 or 3 times.
That's the reason
Right
I
on the
had,
corner.
had Bart and his crew paint the curb last year, because we had the same problem.
It's a
And
common.
having the sign, there's a problem with having the sign close to that corner too.
Well, what I was thinking
There is
was,
no sign.
we
There is no
have
sign there.
No, there's no.
That's what we're asking for, is to
Right. We
possibly
have
put a sign there, because there
the
is none
light
right
pole
there.
right at
Well,
the
it-
perfect spot.
It being a state highway, we have to get approval, I know, to put any signage on a state highway.
Well, we can put one there. During the sign replacement, it'll disappear.
Yeah, but I had asked you also, that letter that we got, giving us the right to paint the curbs
Yeah.
and stuff, did that give us any other rights? I don't remember. The one thing that you see in some communities also is called enhanced lines. It's where when you have a no parking zone, it paints it yellow and it has striped yellow lines across it to let people know there's no parking here.
In the
It
winter.
does no good anyway.
Yeah,
We've obviously seen that,
well, you
know,
know,
paint on
here's the
curb.
thing, I have no problem with putting a sign up if no way, I mean, but it might disappear when they come through with new signs.
Yeah, and I don't think they're due for a few more years.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, I mean,
We just take it down.
There you go. Yeah, normally they call it head. Hard.
maybe it's sandwich board.
How do we
Put it
get
right there.
approval to put signs up?
Well, how I got approval to get the state to let us paint down there is I called the DOT. And they put me in touch with the guy who, matter of fact, if we complain enough, they may come out and put the sign up themselves. You know, tell them it's a fire lane, tell them it's a hazard. And
I like to put it on an existing pole.
Could we put it on that light pole or not?
It'd have to be, how far is that light pole in?
Well, it's not far
It's
enough
at the
probably,
perfect
but
spot.
if
Is
it
it?
was.
Right, it would.
As where the people have been parking, is probably is at the
Yeah,
perfect.
Right.
it would probably stop them from parking, even if they park from the light pole and doesn't park from there.
I just would hate to have to put another pole in.
Well, yeah, you can bolt it directly to that light pole. I mean.
Yeah, they have
no-
straps.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you could
No
just
parking here to
straps.
corner? Do you have any no parking here to corner signs?
I'd have to check.
You got a lot of signs in
Yeah.
there.
I may have an existing one.
If you do, just strap it on there, see how it works.
You just need the brackets though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, problem solved. They're gonna hang a sign.
Well,
All right. Just whenever you guys can work it out.
Yeah.
You know, it's a state highway. We really have no power to tell you you can or can't. So I say just do it. Can we move on?
Yes.
Moving on, water and sewer quote for replacement of VFD on well number 3.
Variable transformer on well number 3.
How much is that gonna cost?
That goes to 82.
820650.
That's all installed, and that's also the reactor, which I call the filter on it.
Be it much for jelly beans.
How
Um,
much was it for?
$8,206.50.
Yeah, that's for a reactor and the VFD installed.
Anybody have a question about what a variance frequency drive is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, it's a, well, he,
Were you
we-
expecting to have to replace it? Or is it something you weren't?
No, I know we were having some problems with 3, but normally was doing, like in November, we had a rainy few days there. and then the beginning of
Where's number 3
January.
at?
What's that?
Where's number 3 at?
It's right down at my
Down at-
BW, yeah, they're all right.
Now, what if underground wiring repairs needed? How much do you think that'll raise this thing?
That I couldn't, we were hoping this,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an,
that's another issue.
that's an unknown, we don't know what.
But I also have
We have to repair it
a
if we go refund it.
suspicion it could also be in a junction box, but all that's gonna be taken care of on this here,
All right,
so.
needs to be done.
But if I, oh,
You
yeah.
wouldn't
it's-
spend the money if you
I can't-
didn't,
I
right?
can't use it. I can't, well,
Well, and we were gonna do another one, but we daren't do that one until this was.
well,
done,
number
because
one
we
was
We're doing
originally
one, right?
budgeted,
Can't have
Yeah.
two wells
and
done.
then number
No.
2 went down on me, so we had to do that, which it wasn't budgeted for. Then I was afraid we couldn't do one, and then we saved some money, but I had budget for engineering. We didn't use engineers. We done this reliability study in-house.
Right,
So I thought we still had money for number 1, but this is probably gonna
take it away. We're
Number
not gonna
one.
do number 1 this year. All right,
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the expense of $8,206.50 from Northern Pump Well to repair well.
Support.
I never answered Bobby's question.
Oh,
She wanted to know what it was for.
well,
You
you,
kind of did. Yeah, you kind of did.
Stop by any day and I'll show you the process.
Yeah, no, you did.
It's basically to slow the motor down, so the GPMs, we had to reduce on.
did you get support?
As you want to go to.
Wilson? Superstar?
Yes.
Super W?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Stoops?
Yes.
Weaver?
Sure. All right, other new business from the mayor? I really don't have anything. I'm gonna go back home and go back in my house where it's warm, sit by the fire, and keep to myself like I have. Been hibernating the last 2 months. Larry, you have anything?
I have nothing.
Robbie?
I just have a resident that has a no parking sign in the middle of a bunch of trees in the yard. But there's no parking there anyway, because of all the trees. Anyhow, it's something, it's a sign that was put there 30, 40 years ago.
The trees over.
Yeah, so how do they get it taken out?
Where
Give me the address and,
Yeah.
Okay, so I would talk, she would talk to you?
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Where's the sign at?
In my yard.
Is it within the plan?
Anything else?
It's great when I cut grass, no, I'm done.
It's been here since 84.
Frank, anything?
Hey, it sounded familiar.
Bill?
It's like hers.
Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Well, I was like-
Thanks, people.
Hey, Dan,
Yes,
before
sir.
you go, can I just say something?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry I missed the front part of the meeting. But I'd just like to say thank you to all the employees there. They did a heck of a job. They're still doing a heck of a job. I really appreciate it. And I think everybody should be complimented.
Definitely. And this has been more, probably, we've talked about it 100 times, this has been the worst winter.
Even though the money's coming out
Yeah.
shortly. But I just want to say thanks, Bart.
Welcome. Thank you.
Job, Art.
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
good
Thank you very
audit.
much.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Charlie.